Well, it seems to me that beer and drinking beer is all about social interactions, and George, Molly, their idea for this homebrew store really was much more than selling supplies, but being part of a community.
We wanted to open a homebrew store that had a big emphasis on selection of ingredients and just a place that's really focused on customer service.
When people come into the shop, they know that George is, he can talk their ear off about beer, but they're not going to be bored by it. We love sharing our knowledge, and people really are attracted to that.
When we were opening Modern Times, we spent a lot of time in here buying ingredients for pilot batches. What separates the homebrewer from other stores is really the willingness and ability to help people when they come through the door, the knowledge that's imparted.
I'm very excited that it's a growing business, and that they went from selling supplies to wanting people to taste, what great beer is that can be made right here at the shop. In a short period of time, he was already taking over the second room of this space.
Hello, welcome. So, Homebrewer, the shop is here. Home Brewing Company, tasting room will be here.
Well, a lot of homebrewers are happy with it as a hobby, but a lot of other homebrewers also think about eventually starting their own brewery. There was a space next door, and it was kind of in the 5 or 10 year plan to get something off the ground.
We don't really think of it as a tasting room, we think it more as a tasting laboratory. We really want to treat every single beer that we brew more as how there can be a lesson with every glass, really.
I'm really excited about George's brewery and tasting room because it's really expanding what we're doing at White Labs in terms of looking at how yeast is changing in different batches.
So George's idea is great. I think that being able to have recipes that you could emulate from a homebrew standpoint that somebody on a professional level is making, it's going to be a really great learning experience for everybody involved.
A lot of the most famous brewers in the world started out as homebrewers. And what better place to go to than a place where you have a lot of knowledge, you get a lot of time to spend with the owner.
George and Molly are awesome people, and they want to educate without intimidating people.
One of the things about being a part of this community is that we've been introduced to a lot of people, artists like Tyler Cristobal, and he's been working with us on our design for the homebrewer, but also for the new brewery.
We really want to kind of push the, just comforts of home, just make it real simple and not impede on your experience. Like it should, only enhance your time spent. We, as a part of the Kickstarter program, we're doing an artist series where we picked a handful of local artists. The Kickstarter is solely going to, the overall build out.
We went to school actually to become educators, so this kind of teaching people beer thing is a nice happy medium for that. Maybe when you step out and see the whole picture, it's just beer, but we're glad that we get to do our part in a passionate, friendly way.
I will never see my deodorant again unless you contribute. So please.